Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated.
Welcome to the M&W Miles Middle School Morning News for January 13th, 2012. Our broadcast is coming to you from our studios on the second floor of the middle school. If you should participate, you can ask your teacher how you can be involved. Wanted. All good writers, artists, opinionated teens, creative teens to write, edit, and publish the Milestones newspaper. Meetings are every Wednesday in room 301 from 2 to 3 with Mr. Katz Georges. Come down and meet our surprise guest this week. Benchmark exams. The ELA benchmarks will be administered January 17th and 18th, next Tuesday and Wednesday. If you are not sure where your test room will be, please check with your English teacher. Remember, be to school on time and have a good breakfast. Library news. Win a prize for every 25 box tops you bring in. See Ms. Cicero in the library for details. Yearbook candy sale on Tuesday in the lobby after school. Yearbook meeting in the library directly following the candy sale. 21st Century. Any student interested in creating a commercial for the 21st Century program should contact Mr. Zeider ASAP. Also, any student interested in joining the 21st Century program should contact Mr. Camerato or Mr. Zeider, also ASAP. Stop ACT Youth Corps. There's still an opportunity to join the Stop ACT Youth Corps, which is an after-school program from Fridays from 2:15 to 4:15, meeting in room 22 of the middle school. Students can get permission slips from Mr. Camerato or the guidance counselors. Our character quote of the week. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. Martin Luther King Jr. Today is a great day. Have a really great day.
Good morning, my name is Kaylana Linton, and welcome to this week's edition of Vocabulary Corner. This week's word is synthesize. Synthesize is a verb that demonstrates an action. Synthesize means to form or construct by combining parts or elements together to become unified. Synonyms are connect, combine, or put together. A sentence is, Miss Antanasios teaches her students to synthesize 2 short stories when writing a comparison answer on ELA benchmark.
January 19th, 1809. Edgar Allan Poe, poet, short story author. Boston-born Edgar Allan Poe is credited with having invented the detective story. Poe is most famous for famous works include the short stories Ligeia, The Fall of the House of Usher, The Murders in the Rue Morgue, and The Pit and the Pendulum.
Good.
Hi, I'm Janine Hernandez, and this is a new segment about current events. This week's current event is about the current primary elections. The primary elections are a way for the U.S. citizens to vote for the next Republican candidate that will run against our current president. The standings as of Thursday, January 12th, 2012, are Mitt Romney with 39.3% of the votes, then Ron Paul with 22.9%, John Huntsman with 16.9%, Newt Gingrich tied with Rick Santorum at 9.4%, Rick Perry at 0.7%, Michelle Bachmann at 0.1%, and other candidates that total up to 1.3%. If you would like to keep track of the standings on your own, go to Google and type in primaries. The results will show up automatically at the top of the webpage.
Bullying is a big problem. It can make kids feel hurt, scared, sick, lonely, embarrassed, and sad. We will be giving weekly bully tips to youth in case you are ever faced with being bullied. Bully tip number 5: ignore the bully. If you can, try your best to ignore the bully's threats. Pretend you don't hear them and walk away quickly to a place of safety. Bullies want a big reaction to their teasing and meanness. Don't listen to them.
Hey everyone, it's time for some weekend hits, whether you want to see this movie today or this weekend. This weekend, Joyful Noise premieres. It's about 2 young teens who fall in love without their parents knowing. Keke Palmer stars in it. Next movie to most definitely see is Contraband. It's this action-packed movie with Mark Wahlberg. It takes on drug selling and a lot of fighting. Well, that's it for today, guys. Tune in for next week to see some more weekend hits. See ya! Yo!
Hi, Michaela. This is your weekend weather report. Friday, morning showers, high of 48. Saturday, windy with clouds of sun, high of 38. Sunny, colder with clouds and sun, high of only 27. And have a great weekend.
This is the birthday shout out for the last 2 weeks.
Amber.
If you wish to have a birthday announced in this segment, fill out the sheet on Mr. Weber's door and give it to him by Thursday morning.
Happy birthday to Carlos Vasquez, Ahmad Morgan, Kevin Bravo, and Shanella Jones.
And a special shout out to Miss Cicero.
Happy birthday!
Here we go. Go. This is Mr. Zeider and Mr. Weber reminding you where to be on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Giants! Channel 5, Giants Packers. Go G-Men, baby!
January 16th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Observed on the third Monday of January, this U.S. holiday commemorates the birthday, January 15th, of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. The day is celebrated with volunteer community service as well as demonstrations for peace, social justice, and equality. In 1963, Reverend King helped organize the March on Washington, where he gave his famous I Have a Dream speech to 200,000 protesters. The march influenced the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and earned him the 1964 Nobel Prize for Peace.
This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghanies of Pennsylvania, Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.